To start in mountain pose. So finding your stance, feet grounded, soft, strong knees, hips, shoulders gently down and back, hands relaxed, eyes gently closed. Chin just barely dropped from horizontal with the floor. And find your breath, inhaling through the nose and out through the nose. Very nice. Engaging the hands, stretching out and up, palms together. Lowering the hands down to the heart space. And just giving yourself this time, these 15 minutes to center, breathe, come into your body. And just giving yourself a word or phrase to stay centered if your mind starts to wander. Very nice. Inhaling, lifting the arms up. Exhaling, floating the arms down. We're going to take our goddess pose. So a nice wide stance. Knees over our ankles. We want to make sure we can see our toes. So find your stance. Hands on the hips at first. Nice strong legs, really engaging your legs, bringing that power up from the floor, up through your pelvis, up through the spine into shoulders. And then our strong arms, elbows extended out, arms parallel, upper arms parallel with the ground, strong hands. Breathe in, breathe out. And now we're going to reach up, straightening the legs. Inhale, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. One more time, inhale up. And exhale down, staying here. Again, make sure we can see our toes, knees aren't sagging in. Such a strong posture, strengthen the feet, engaging the legs, spine, arms. Inhale through the nose and out through the nose. Good, 2 more breaths, we can do it. Very nice, and pushing the ground away, reaching up with the hands, and exhale, floating the arms down. Bringing the feet together slightly, a little bit wider than the hips. We're going to put the hands there in the hips, in the crease of the hips, nice strong spine, keeping the legs straight, but just a gentle micro bend in the knees, inhaling up, exhaling, keeping our back straight. Legs are straight, just a gentle bend for the not to lock our knees. Finding that spot, the neutral spine, going from our tailbone up our spine to the crown of the head. Breathing here, inhale and exhale. If this stresses the back, always an option to put the hands on the knees or even hands to heart space. Inhale and exhale, stretching that spine so strong. Strengthen the core, stretching the legs. Inhale, maybe exhale, finding a little more bend, just finding the edge of your envelope, not to pain or push. Very nice. Then hands to knees, little bend in the knees, pushing the ground away, reaching up. Stretch, floating the arms down. We're going to come down into our table. I have a little padding under the knees. So finding your table here, wrists under or maybe just ahead of the shoulders, but under the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Now extending the right leg, flexing the toes, heel pushed out. Lifting the left arm, stretching out with the fingers, and then lifting the right leg, stretching back with the heel and fingers pulling away, keeping the right hip down. Breathe in, breathe out. So strong. Good, 2 more breaths here. Big stretch and then lowering down. Doing our C curve, kind of ear to hip, a couple times each direction. And then reaching back with the left foot, curling the toes under, pushing back with the heel, reaching out with the right arm, lifting the back leg, pushing out with the back heel. Keep that left hip down, stretching out with the right hand. Neutral spine, relax the face, breathing in, breathing out. Feeling that spine stretch from the fingers to the heels. Left hip is down, even with the right hip. 2 more breaths. Nice, one big stretch and then down. A little C bend. Ear to hip, a couple times each side. Very nice. And then letting yourselves come back into a nice wide knee child pose. Knees are open, lowering the chest down, propping the head on top of 2 fists if that feels good, or a block, or head on the ground if that's accessible. Arms can be either outstretched or elbows tucked in closer to the knees. If that helps your shoulders relax, breathe in, breathe out. A nice deep breath here really stretches the breath into the back body. Exhale out anything we don't need. Very nice. Then coming back to table. We're going to bring one foot up behind the hand. I'm going to put my foot on my knee support blanket and then bring the other foot up. And here's where you can hold on to the seat of a chair in front of you and lower down from there. If your hands are on the ground and it feels good, or one hand on the chair, that you can just lower down into this pose. We're in a nice tall spine. This is our Garland Pose. Hands together in prayer mudra, elbows inside the knees, both stretching the knees out and the hips and also using that for support. Face is relaxed, looking forward. Breathing in, breathing out, balance, strength. Maybe closing the eyes to settle in, supported by the feet. Nice, straight, strong spine. Nice, 2 more breaths here. Very nice. And putting the hands down or holding onto the chair, you're going to straighten the legs. Bring the feet in a bit, either staying on your prop or coming down to the ground. We want to straighten the knees as possible with a micro bend. Lowering the hands, just finding your spot where your back is ready to stop. Totally fine. It's going to be different every day. And then either hands on the back of the calves, arms crossed at the elbows, hands on a block or the ground if that's accessible to you with your back, with your legs straight. But just breathe in, really finding energy into your body. Exhaling out areas that might be a little tight, need a little extra tension. Maybe finding a little extra range in each exhale. Relax the neck, relax the head. Good, 2 more breaths. Very nice. And hands on the knees, bend into the knees. Hands down by your side, pushing the ground away, at the same time reaching out and up, up, up. Hands overhead, looking up, and then floating the arms down to the low back, fingers pointing down, hands on your back. Slight bend to the back, only for comfort. Keeping the mouth closed, reaching the chin up. Nice breath here into the front body, opening the shoulders. Good, one more breath. And on your inhale, drawing belly to spine, lifting up. And then standing here for just a moment in our mountain pose before we go to our balance. So feeling your feet, feeling your grounding, maybe slight shift forward and back, finding stillness side to side, finding stillness. Very nice. Then moving into our balance pose, shifting the weight over to one foot, lifting the opposite knee out to the side, and then finding that pose for you today. Is that on your calf, on the ground? Hands at prayer mudra, maybe overhead. Challenge to close the eyes. Just find the place for you that works today. Very nice. Then bringing the knee in, dropping the foot, lowering the leg. Little bicycle move if that feels nice. And now shifting our weight into the other side, bringing awareness into that foot. Lifting the knee, bringing it out to the side, and finding the space for this foot today. Again, option for challenges, arms overhead, closing the eyes. Totally fine falling out, just fall back in. Draw that power up from your hips, kind of hugging the body, hugging the spine with the body all the way up. Breathing in, breathing out. Very nice. And bringing our knee back in, dropping the foot, lowering the leg, little bicycle. Our twist will be a standing twist. So legs about hip width apart. Challenge would be to bring the legs together a little bit more, narrowing our center of gravity. We're going to inhale up, and as we bend down, winding belly, ribs, shoulders, bringing the elbow to the opposite knee. Always an option to widen your stance so you can get into the twist. Couple of breaths here. Nice full breath, filling the lungs, really feeling the stretch and letting that exhale find a little range. Let go of anything tight. Very nice. And then on our inhale, pushing the ground away, unwinding, shoulders, rib, belly. Staying here for a breath. And then inhale. Winding belly, ribs, shoulders, bending, elbow to opposite knee. Just letting yourself fall into the twist and all of its benefits. Inhaling through the nose, out through the nose. Finding energy and release in your inhale and exhale. Good, 2 more breaths here. Very nice. On an inhale, pushing the ground away, lifting up, shoulders, ribs, belly. Nice breath here. And then bringing our awareness into our right foot. Going to step back with the left foot, turning the toes out. And lowering into our warrior 2. Settling in, Feeling the strength in our feet. We can see our toes, the front foot, our back foot, pushing the outer edge of the foot away, feeling that strength in our legs, engaging our spine, strong arms, gaze out past the middle finger, breathing in, breathing out. Very nice. Inhaling up, straightening the leg, rotating that front toe forward, rotating the back foot out, and lowering down, warrior two, opposite leg. Pushing that outer edge of the back foot away from the front toes. Strong engagement of the body. Powering up through the ground. Up our spine, strong arms. Inhaling and exhaling. Very nice. Straight arms overhead, straightening the leg, turning the toes in. Inhale, floating the arms down, then bringing presence into one leg, shifting the weight and stepping the other foot over. And then just taking any final movement that feels good before we do a moment of our standing Savasana. Finding your grounding pose, coming into your breath, dropping into your feet. Soft, strong knees. Strong spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Allowing yourself this moment. Eyes gently closed, nice deep breath. Exhaling. Bringing movement and energy to the hands and feet. And dropping the chin, gently opening the eyes. Engaging the hands. Finally stretching out and up. Looking up through your gaze, palms together. Lowering the hands and head. Have a